السلام عليكم طلبة المرحلة الأولى. وصلنا إلى Unit 37. Today we're going to explain Unit 37 and 38. So let's start with 37. How to use can, could, and would in requests, offers, permission, and invitation. Okay? Now, the whole unit here is about this idea, using these modal verbs in making a request or an offer, asking for permission or asking for invitations. Okay, let us start with requests. Now, with requests, we use can and could. Can and could, both. There is no difference. The same. So you can say, can you wait a moment, please? Or could you wait a moment, please? The same. There is no difference. Okay? Or Helen, can you do me a favor? Or excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the airport? Okay? Just, it is a request. Could you open the door, please? All right? Or there is another expression. We use do you think? Do you think you could? Which is the difference here between this expression and her is the relation between the speaker and the listener. So this is a kind of more formal requests, okay? But if the relation is close, so there is no need to say, do you think you could? So you just say, could you open the door for me? But if the relation is, for instance, between two different employees in different sections, for instance. So they say, do you think you could? Do you think you could? Okay. It is just more polite, more formal way of asking people. All right. Now we also use will and would to ask people to do things, but with less, let's say, less common. It is less common to say, will you do me a favor? So we usually say, can you do me a favor? So we usually say can and could instead of will and would in asking for requests. But sometimes we may use will and would, but in a very rare situations. Okay? Now, for requests then, we use usually can or could. Can or could, okay? Now, in B and C, here we are asking for things or asking to do things, and there is a difference between the two ideas. So asking for things, for instance, you say, can I have, or could I have, or can I get? So here, for instance, you say, can I have these postcards, please? Or can I get these postcards, please? Or could I have the salt, please? Okay, during the meal. So the can, then, and could is used for asking people to do things or asking for things, okay, for requests, and asking for things or asking to do things. So for instance, we say, hello, can I speak to Steve? All right. Okay, may is also used. Generally, we can use will, would, may, in asking for things or asking to do things or asking for requests. But as I told you, in very rare situations, if it is a kind of informal relation between the speaker and the listener, or you say, do you mind if this is may is more formal than can and could. Similarly here with will and would. But generally speaking, we use can and could. With some rare situations, we may use will and may and would. Okay? Now, offering to do things, can I get you a cup of coffee? Could I get you a cup of coffee? The same. Okay? But with reference to offering invitation. Now here, look, we are talking about requests, offers, permissions, and invitations. Now, with reference to invitations, we usually use would. So you say to offer or invite with would you like a cup of coffee? Not could you like, of course. We have to say would you like, or you may say I'd like some information about hotel, please. Now this is a kind of polite way of saying what you want. This is when you are going to a hotel and or asking somebody a favor or asking some information. So this is in Tourist Information Office. All right. I don't know if you've heard about this Tourist Information Office. This is in any big city in Europe. You find a kind of cabinet, and you'll find somebody there who is always ready to help you. And then you say, you ask him for some information, and you say, I'd like some information about hotels, please. All right. Now, I'd like to try on this jacket, please, in a shop. Okay. I think this is a very easy unit. You've heard about this before. The main idea in this unit is the use of can and could in asking for request, with some exceptions when you are being more formal. So you use may, will, and would. Okay, but would is used with invitation and with some ideas here when you are asking about specific information. I don't think this is something difficult for you. But let us concentrate on Unit 38, please. Unit 38. Unit 38 is very important because I'm sure also that you have studied this. يعني درستوه انتم قبل if clause. المشكلة بالإف clause أنه يعني it does not exist in Arabic. يعني that's why I'm always telling you this, because you understand English through Arabic, and that's why you get confused, because this is not the way that we are using إذا اللي هي الإذا الشرطية. It is completely different. So that's why you are always facing some kind of trouble in understanding how do we use the if clause. If clause, as you know, we have three cases. 3 حالات الإف كلوز. الحالتين 12 راح بيونت 38 والثالثة باليونتات القادمة. الحالة الأولى اللي هي نسميها البوسيبل. البوسيبل يعني if we go، بس شوفوا لي الكونتكست هنا كلش مهمة. We have Lisa and Jess. Okay, they are about to travel. Okay, they are about to travel. Where are they? They are between the bus station and the train station, and they talk about how to travel. Are they going to use the bus or the train? Okay, look at them now. Before they decide to choose train and the bus, they say, Jess says, if we go by bus, it will be cheaper. If we go by bus, so this is the first case, which is the possible case. This is the possible case. يعني هذا شنو possible؟ معناها هم لحد الآن لا سافروا لا بالباص ولا بالترين. So if we go by bus، طبعا نستخدم present simple. So and will. We have two clauses. شوفوا هذا comma. معناها عندنا two clauses. If we go by bus, it will be cheaper. So in the main clause, they say it will be cheaper. طبعا هاي يسموها subordinating clause. هاي subordinating clause. Okay. This one is the main clause. This one is the main clause. All right. So we say if we go by bus, it will be cheaper. This is the possible case. الحالة الأولى اللي هي present simple and will plus the base. Okay. Now look here. Here there is a different situation. Now what I'd like you to do, this is the second case. Now we have Joe and Jess. If we went by bus, it would be cheaper. Now look, the first thing you need to notice here is that we are using the past tense here. Went. Went is the past tense of go. And we have would instead of will. Now, why do we use the past simple her and then we use would her plus the base form? What's the idea? What is different? Think about it. What's the difference? Her between these two contexts. What's the difference? The difference is clear. Look here. What do we have here? We have the tickets. We have the tickets. So they have already bought the tickets. So then, if we went by bus, it would be cheaper. So this means to us, Lisa and Jess decide to go by train. All right? So they have already decided. They have already decided. They have already decided to go by train. Okay? But Jess, after buying the tickets, she says, if we went by bus. Remember, and this is a very important point, remember that the use of went has nothing to do with the past. It is not about past tense. It is just a way to show that this case is what is not possible. The idea of using past tense here does not mean that the action is in the past. It is simply that it is a way of telling everybody that the action is not possible, to be different from the first case. So since they have already bought the tickets, so there is no possibility to use the bus because they have already decided and bought the tickets to go to use the train. So I say we are going by train. If we went by bus, it would be cheaper, but the train is quicker. All right. So not less. Now just knows. Look, knows. Present simple. They are not going to travel by bus. So she says present simple, but she uses what? Past tense. She uses past tense not to say that the action is in the past, but simply to say that the action is not possible. The action is not possible. So this is the second case. The second case here, we have two different ways in talking about the second case. This is called not possible. The second one is called imaginary. Imaginary. Look here. Again, please try to concentrate on the pictures because the pictures explain the situation, the context. Now here, he's thinking. Now he's thinking. Here we are saying that this case is what is not possible. But there is a difference between not possible and imaginary. Not possible and imaginary. Here, the case is imaginary. There is no way. He is just imagining. Look here. When we imagine something that will not happen, or we don't expect that it will happen, we use if plus past. The same, similar to this one. Construction is the same. But the idea here is different. The idea here is imaginative, whereas the idea here is not possible. Because they have already bought the tickets. Look here, if I won a lot of money, imaginary. إذا ربحت كمية كبيرة من الفلوس ما ممكن. لكن هنا غير ممكنة. غير ممكنة. ليش غير ممكنة؟ مو لأنه خيالية، بس لأنه خلاص اشتروا التيكتس. So we say, for instance, we want to imagine something. You say, what would you do if you won a lot of money? ماذا ستفعل إذا فزت أو إذا ربحت مبالغ كبيرة? We don't really expect this to happen, شوفوا. Imaginary. If there was or were an election tomorrow, look here, this is also important. We may say election here is singular. So we are supposed to use was, because with singular we use was, with a plural we use were. You know this. But sometimes we use were. and we use past tense. شوفوا الفكرة، طبعا هاي التفاسير موجودة بس حتى مجرد أنه تساعدكم. فكرة استخدام الماضي واستخدام الوير هو حتى نكسر القاعدة المتعارف عليها، حتى نبين للمستمع بأنه هاي الحالة غير حقيقية وغير واقعية، مو لأنه الفعل صار في حالة الماضي. فلذلك انتبهوا هنا، استخدام الماضي واستخدام الوير بمكان الوز في هاي الجملة، الغرض من عنده ليس الإشارة على أنه هذا سنجلر وهذا بلورال وهذا باست وهذا بريزنت. استخدام الوز أو الوير في هذا الحالة هو مجرد كسر للقاعدة، كسر للرول، حتى نقول بأنه هاي القاعدة شنو أو هاي الفكرة شنو imaginative. هسه معوا هاي. I think I left my watch at your house. If you find it, you can call me. If you found a wallet in the street. شوف هنا. If you find it يعني ممكن انه يلقى الواتش. طبعا ممكن خليها في اي مكان. There is a possibility. هاي possible. لكن هاي if you found a wallet in the street. هاي ممكن تحدث، يعني ممكن. هسه ما دا اقول اني impossible. خلي اشوف اكو فرق بين not possible واكو impossible. not possible يعني احتمالية حدوثها نادرة جدا جدا. كم مرة واحد يلقى والت بالستريت بحياته كلها؟ لو مرة لو مرتين لو ما يلقى ابدا. فممكن، بس احتمال حدوثها قليل جدا. شو نستخدم الحالة الثانية. اوكي. بالبي والسي we don't normally use would in the if part of the sentence. be careful. احنا مو قلنا هنا عندنا كل الجملة الاف كلوز بشكل عام تتكون من two parts، واحد سميناه main clause واحد سميناه subordinating clause. Never, this is a rule, never use would with if. Would or will are used with the other part in the sentence اللي هو main clause. But the subordinating clause اللي وياه if ما نستخدم وياها الwould ولا الwill نهائيا. So this is the idea here. We do not normally use would in the if part of the sentence. So you say, I'd be very scared if somebody pointed a gun at me. If we went by bus, it would be cheaper. Okay. But you can use if, would, when you ask. This is exception. شوفوا هاي مخكميها بالأخضر معه. هذا exceptions. exceptions تماما قليل استخدامه، مو مثل البقية. أنه ممكن نستخدم الود في حالات كلش خاصة، لما يكون عندنا رسالة والرسالة تكون formal. رسالة تكون formal. So you say, I would be grateful if you would let me know. If you would let me know. هذا exceptions. But بشكل عام الwould والwill تستخدم بالجزء الآخر من الجملة اللي ما تحتوي على الإف كلوز، اللي ما تحتوي على الإف. In the other part of the sentence, not in the if part, we use would and wouldn't. ممكن نستخدم طبعا الwould في حالة الإثبات و wouldn't في حالة النفي. So we say, if I went to bed now, I wouldn't sleep. Okay? Or you say, if I went to bed now, I would sleep. So you can say would or wouldn't. ما تفرق. مجرد positive and negative. الملاحظة الأخيرة اللي أذكركم إياها اللي هو الفرق بين could والmight. could والmight. في بعض الأحيان نستخدم مكان الwould نستخدم could وmight. مو بعض الأحيان كثيرة أصلا يعني ما أعرف هنا بالكتاب ليش ما ذاكرها. بس هاي القاعدة الأساسية هو استخدام الwould. بس هل الwould بحد نستخدمها؟ لا. في أحيان كثيرة جدا بالeveryday speech, everyday language in English we use could and might instead of would. نفس الطريقة، ماكو فرق، نفس الفكرة. So we say, if I won a lot of money, I might buy a house. Or I would buy a house. Okay? It is possible that I would buy a house. Okay? Or we say, if it stopped, انتبهوا هنا, one past tense, stopped by tense. يعني أي حالة؟ الحالة الثانية من الإف كلوز. الحالة الثانية من الإف كلوز. So we say, if it stopped raining, we could go out. We would be able to go out. Okay, so you may say could and might instead of would in the second. بس انتبهوا هناك بمراجعة سريعة، احنا هنا حكينا على حالتين من الإف كلوز. الحالة الأولى اللي هي الحالة الممكن حدوثها possible. اوكي، بكل الاحوال بكل الحالات، اللي هي 3 حالات بس، بالحالات الثلاثة احنا نستخدم two parts. واحد main سميناه، واحد if clause اللي هو subordinating clause. فهو say if we go by bus it will be high possible. الحالة الثانية تتكون من نوعيتين. النوعية الأولى اللي هي not possible، والنوعية الثانية اللي هي imaginative. اوكي، والايماجينري. والود ما نستخدمها بالإثبات، ونستخدم wouldn't أو would، نفس الشيء ماك فرق. ممكن نستخدم الكود والمايت. هذا الملخص مع المحاضرتين اليونتين مالت اليوم. شكرا جزيلا لكم.